Hey everyone, it's Mason with Newbart.
And Matt from Newbart Products, your identification experts since 1985, really providing the best technical support in the industry.
If there's a video you'd like to see, tell us in the comments and don't forget to hit subscribe. Morning everybody, it's Mason and Matt with Newbart. How are you guys?
Good. Good morning.
Matt, how you been?
Good.
Yeah.
It's nice to see you.
Yeah, how are you? So we're keeping our social distance, as you would say.
Sure.
But we want to tell you, we're all going through the same things right now, and the healthcare industry and our partners at Brady have come out with brand new products for them to help with this whole epidemic that we're having.
Sure. Yeah, to be able to keep track of the visitors coming in and out, to be able to track who's been screened, who hasn't been screened, who's there to visit with family members, or who could be a potential patient in the hospital. So there's a lot of different solutions that we want to briefly go over today with you guys.
And outside of that, there's also new biohazard and even COVID-19 stickers that they offer that go in harmony with all of these things to help label. So as we move forward, it's kind of uncharted water. So
Sure.
How do you label? How do you not label? How do you find out what's really important and information going in back and forth?
Yeah. And the nice thing with the COVID-19 specific product line that we're discussing and we're attaching in this email is the turnaround time. There aren't any delays when it comes to producing any of these items. They're all in stock at the moment, or at the latest, it's a 3-week turnaround time, I believe,
Yeah.
is the worst case scenario for any of these products that we're discussing this afternoon. So if you're a hospital, or if you're somebody who just needs to be able to track visitors coming through your facility, this would be a great solution that we can get to you in a fairly reasonable amount of time. As COVID-19 causes a rapid increase in patients needing medical care, the following products identify patients and visitors, assist in infection control and special precautions: patient and visitor identification, contact and droplet precaution labels, specimen and specimen transport labeling. We can offer custom solutions to meet your specific protocol requirements, and we can customize any labels or wristbands to meet your specific needs.
So let's talk about these wristbands that are available. They come in two different kinds. We got the paper kind and then the vinyl kind, right?
Sure.
You can get them blank where you can handwrite them, or you can get them pre-printed.
Yeah, the two options for really pre-printed wristbands, whether they're vinyl or paper, there's one that would say COVID-19 pre-screened, or there's one that could just say screened. And they do come in different colors. That way from a distance, it's very easy to tell in the hospital. You've been pre-screened, you haven't been pre-screened. Why would somebody, Mason, want a vinyl wristband over, say, a paper wristband?
Sure. And it really comes down to how long you're going to be there. If you're a patient that's just there for less than 30 hours, paper's fine, but that degrades over time, as we've seen before, just like any other paper name tag you wear when you go out.
Sure.
The vinyl ones, of course, will last a lot longer and give you the ability to put the QR codes on there as well to give you more patient information as you need, and it lasts a lot longer.
Sure. So those are the two different types of solutions when it comes to wristbands that we have available currently on the shelf from us, as well as our partners that are available to you in your hospitals. All right, so there's different solutions when it comes to time expiring labels, which I know we briefly talked about last week,
Right.
In our previous video, for different type of solution other than wristbands that hospitals or corporations may be looking into. So what would be an option that somebody could look into?
You can have several different options when it comes to your visitor management as far as their visual identification. You have the most important, you have the time expiring ones, where there's the easiest solution would be a peel back, and you flip it back over, and within a 24-hour period, the red ink dye will fill through there and filter through to void out there, so you know that that visitor has been there longer than expected.
Sure.
And have that clearance on there.
Can't you do different times as well? So there's one for like a day, there's one for
Sure.
like 6 hours. So depending on what your protocol is in your facility, you can have different lengths of time before it actually expires.
Right. So depending on how long you want your visitors to be in there before you want to recheck them or screen them or go through your security measures, you have different options for those time delays, whether it's 6 hours, 24 hours, or what have you. We have those options for you. And if you really don't want to go to that extreme, if you just want to, hey, this is Monday color, Tuesday color, you
Yeah.
can get the visitor labels all with different colors, so you can have your own protocol that you have to set your colors however you want for the days of the week.
Sure, and there's two ways that you can print patient or visitor information on these badges. You can either write them on with pen, or you can print them with like a thermal label printer. Like a Dymo label printer is one of the more common ones. And then there's another solution that's very similar that's still time expiring, where it's a two-piece where you have an actual label that you can print or write on, and then there's a separate piece of cardboard, essentially it's a little bit bigger than like a credit card size. And when you adhere the sticker to the actual piece of cardboard, that's what would then start the time expiration. So then the whole sticker would then have a bunch of red lines on it, so it is very, very visible, versus one that Mason just previously talked about. It would have a small bar at the bottom of it that would say void. And of course we're going to show images of each of these
They're right
different
here,
solutions
actually.
as well.
See?
Yeah, exactly. So you can see the difference between the two.
Yeah. Let's talk about now the labels that are available. I know we have either pre-printed or not with different colors.
Sure.
But the newest ones they've come out with are talking about isolation and, of course, COVID-19.
Sure. The hospitals, at least that I've been to, Mason, a lot of the hospitals are screening people through one entrance. They take your temperature, they ask you a bunch of questions, they make you sanitize your hands, and they want a way to track, people that are going into that hospital. Last time they were screened, do they need to be screened again, for temperature and questions and whatever else they may have been exposed to? So one of the solutions is right here. It's a bright green sticker, very easy to see. It's going to be handwritten, the time that you were checked, who checked you, where you got checked. It's going to have all that information actually on the physical sticker, and you would just display that on your shirt or piece of clothing. So that's one of the solutions that they have available for pre-printed stickers. What's the other solution?
Outside of that stickers, the isolation one. You can see
Yeah.
right here, it's red. You can see it a long distance away. It gives you isolation, which you can also write in the times. You can put your vitals on there too. If there's, hey, this is the person's temperature, whatever your protocol is to put on there. But it gives you a visual reference from the distance that you need to stay away from people during this time.
Sure, it's important.
Yep. And the last thing we want to talk about is just other labels outside of what we discussed. I know there's a biohazard one. Everybody's seen it, right? It's the red with the whole, yeah, got it. Those are available, custom or not, what you want to have on there.
Sure.
What else is there?
There's droplet precautions, so if people have been exposed to droplets, or if it's, testing material that maybe they have been using to gather samples from patients, then you can put, precautionary stickers on there as well.
Got it. And the whole point is, we're going to get through this. We're here for you. Anybody needs supplies from us, we're happy
Except
to help.
hand sanitizer, we don't have that.
We don't have hand sanitizer. I mean, I do. I have it at home, but it's not a product we deal with.
Sure.
But we're going to get through this. We're all going to be here for each other. Any customers outside of healthcare, we still have plenty of supplies for you. Just let us know.
Yeah. And really, this video isn't to tell hospitals or recommend, hey, you guys need all these different solutions. It's just to let you know what we have available, what we're able to do to help get through these times and be able to track people and, ultimately minimize the spread of this virus.
In the meantime, stay home, stay safe, and wash your hands a lot.